Hello.
Hello and welcome to hypnorambles.com
With the
English Sisters. Oh, well, here we are today. We've just come back from a little walk in the garden, haven't we?
Yes, we have. It was lovely.
It was, and we were just looking at all the lovely plants we have.
Well, there's lots of flower beds.
Lots of flower beds. Loads of them.
It's quite a wild garden.
Yes, and the plants do tend to grow very closely.
Yes, we have planted them closely on purpose because we think that they like to keep each other company.
Yes, and they do tend to just ramble, one plant into another and intertwine. It's very beautiful.
It is, and the good thing is that when they are together, in the summer when it's very hot here in Italy.
Yes.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
It's very hot and they do tend to keep the moisture in.
Yes, they lock the moisture in that way.
So they protect each other by being close to each other.
Yes, that's right. Just simply by being close.
Being close. And, it's curious that, a friend was actually saying the other day that even though she had lots of friends that she could call on, she actually felt quite lonely throughout the day.
Yeah, she said, the fact is she didn't actually say she felt lonely, did she?
Well, not really.
She didn't actually use the word lonely. It took about half an hour to discover that was actually how she was feeling.
She was telling us that, how lucky we were, what a lovely lifestyle we had. And we said, well, look, you're more or less in the same position as we are.
Yes.
What's the difference here? And she said, but you're always so happy, you're always, I don't know, you're always having fun, you're always, and we said, well, look, we've got a lot on our plates as well. We've got families, we've got children, we've got the same problems that anyone else could have.
Yes.
What was it then?
Well, what it actually was that she said she was feeling lonely, didn't she?
Well, in the end, she said, actually, it's coming to mind now. What she said is that we were always together.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Because the fact that, we are sisters, and then we've chosen to work together too, it does mean that and we socialise together, so a lot of the time we do spend together.
Yes.
But, that brought to mind how animals spend a lot of time together, so do plants, when they're at the most happy.
Yeah. That did get us thinking, didn't it?
I was thinking that maybe that nowadays there is a lot of pressure, just like in Victorian times when they used to grow roses isolated. You ever seen those rose beds?
Yeah.
Sometimes they still do that in England. And they have the little circle around the rose. It's all nicely mulched.
Yes,
and you have the individual specimen growing.
Just one.
Just one, so that you can admire it. But it always sort of reminds us of animals in a zoo a bit, doesn't it?
Well, it does, yeah.
They're not in their natural environment.
No, it's not the way they were naturally meant to be. And in today's society, we really do feel that there is quite a lot of pressure on, just being independent, isn't there?
Well, doing things on your own. You must cope. You have to. That's it. You have to sort of be with it. You have to do things by yourself. You have to be independent.
Yeah.
It's financially independent nowadays. It's this independent. It's that independent. It's independent from your family. You mustn't depend on your parents. You mustn't depend on this. You mustn't depend on that.
Yeah, I mean, being independent is fantastic as well, but there's nothing wrong with wanting to be with somebody as well. And this feeling of wanting to be with somebody is a natural state to be in.
Well,
it is a natural
we
feeling.
do feel it's natural because...
Well, it is for us anyway. And I think for a lot of people that, you know...
I mean, if you used to see here in Italy like 50 years ago, when the women used to do their washing, they'd all go together in big groups.
Everything was
and
done
have
together.
a big laugh. If there was
Yeah.
any cooking to be done, it would be done in a group.
Yes, that's right.
You know,
Absolutely, everything was done.
Everything was sort of done together, and that would lighten.
Yeah.
It would just make light of things. It would make things just easy, and even though times were really quite hard in those days, but things seemed to be easier, didn't they?
They did, because as they were chatting, they would be making the dinner. And as they were washing, perhaps down by the river, in the freezing cold water, they would be laughing and singing all together.
Yeah, or sorting out the fight they'd had with their husbands or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, empathising with each other, giving
Understanding
each
each
other a
other.
helping hand.
Yes.
And a lot of, I think a lot of issues were sorted out then.
I do think so. I really do. And I do think that perhaps today, when, you know, we are feeling depressed or when we are feeling sad, perhaps we should all just think, hey, am I just simply feeling lonely? Could I just be feeling lonely?
Could I be feeling lonely?
Yeah.
And, you know, and don't think, you know, there's anything unusual about feeling lonely, because it's, no, we all feel lonely at some time or other, even if we have got partners, even if we have, because we want to divide, you know, the fun we're having, the things we're doing, we like to share them with someone else.
Yes.
Throughout the day, someone that understands us, someone that has the same interests as us.
Absolutely.
So, you know, get out there and find good friends and do things together.
I think so.
You know, bring back unity, do things together.
Yeah,
You know,
togetherness.
2 brains are better than one sometimes.
Yeah, that's what we believe, absolutely. You know, and there's no harm. There's not
There's
a great
no
taboo
stigma.
saying, I feel lonely.
Yeah.
I feel lonely.
I feel lonely.
You may have a wonderful career, you may have a wonderful family, you know, you may have a great partner, but you can feel lonely too.
Yeah, and it's probably because you're doing too many things on your own.
On your own, just simply doing too many things on your own. Yeah.
So, you know, just grab someone today. And say, let's do something together. Let's do more things together. You know, even going to the supermarket, do it together. Do it
together, yeah. It's much better.
It's much easier.
And it's fun too.
It's fun and it's easy. Yeah, because people tend to think it's just doing, like if you're having, you know, going out for a drink together.
That's good. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
but
say,
no,
that's what's the done
That's
thing.
socialising. But, you know, if you have to do a mundane task, you don't often think about doing it together, like going to the post office to pay a bill.
Well, that's,
You
we
know,
don't like
we
that.
like doing that online now, but
Yeah.
sometimes you have to go. If we
You
go
have to go.
together,
We go
have
together.
a great laugh, and then afterwards we go and have a coffee.
Yeah.
Now we know that's not always possible, because if you know you've got a full-time job, you can't do that. But you can still say maybe to a friend, let's in our coffee break, let's go down together and let's pay our bills together.
Yeah.
You know, do these boring things together as well,
Yeah.
if you can.
If you
obviously.
can. If you can.
Okay then.
Okay then.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Have fun.
And
And see you on our next Hypno
Ramblings
video.
video.
Bye-bye.